A very good morning, Kusile. Welcome and thank you for tuning into Kusile Breakfast Show once again this Thursday morning. It is the 15th of October. Sakuselenje malanga la imfica kube ngikhismusi kanti ke alishumi nesithupha singene eminyakeni lomusha. We are coming to you live and direct from our Hospital Hill studios in Babane, making sure that you have your perfect recipe to start your day nalomuhla. Akeke sesibukele thamba embili kulamanye emave singakanzi kakhulu. Sitaqala lapha even laseMelika lapho khona abaholi bemave ase-Afrika bahlanganyele edolobheni le-Washington DC emhlanganweni i-US Africa Summit namengameli wakulela live ke Joe Biden. Lesikuthola ke ukuthi Washington intends with this summit to regain the confidence of African leaders. President Biden's administration has mentioned a potential financial envelope of $55 billion to invest in the African continent. Eminyakeni ke lesihlanu letako letimali leti ke titawusebenza kuthuthukisa some of the shared values between the US and Africa lefaka ekhatsi fostering new economic engagements, advancing peace and security and good governance, and promoting food security. Kanti ke kuleti qhamuka eveni lase Morocco kuthiwa ke the Moroccan National Airline cancelled ngalesithathu flights that were scheduled between Casablanca and Doha for fans wishing to attend a semi-final lebeke between Morocco nelive lase France elangeni langa lesithathu uNtsambama. Kuthiwa ke after others had already arrived in Qatar, they were unable to obtain amatikiti lebebathenjiswe wona for lo mdlalo loyo. The 7 cancelled flights impacted 2,100 passengers. Lokusho ukuthi nje bantfu labathi inkhulungwane letimbili nebantfu labalikhulu abakakhoni kubukela loyo mdlalo ngenxa ukuthi bebathenjiswe amatikiti labangakawatfoli. Kanti ke 23 other flights operated by RAM are still maintained. Le RAM ke announced ukuthi ita operator ema flights lang 30 ngalesibili nangalesithathu between Casablanca and Doha, Doha lese Qatar, to bring labo ke ma supporters for the semi-final. Kanti ke involving in Doha, Moroccan fans who arrived on board the first flights of this airlift and met by AFP late Tuesday afternoon explained that the Moroccan Football Federation had promised them a matikiti, which they did not receive. We will speak to Mage Sibongile Smelane, who is the director at Amical, about the upcoming International Migrants Day, which is going to be on the 18th of December. She is with a host of guests. We'll do something interesting but in different segments. International Migrants Day, which according to the United Nations is a day set aside to recognize the important contribution of migrants while highlighting the challenges they face. Later on the show sijoyinwe ngumchumanisi weSwatini TV nomphumelelo Dlamini nensatheli emsakato etemidlalo Fabrice Msonera kukhulumisa iFan Park experience yekugcina lapho khona ke batawube basakata ifinal yeFIFA World Cup le between iArgentina neFrance sibonile itolo ishaya live le Morocco. The time is 4 minutes after 7 this Thursday morning. Ake sibahlole emarket nasibuye emarket sitathatha indzaba tethu tekucala.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni per month. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store. We're good together.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
6 minutes after 7 this Thursday morning. Let's get straight into our first news of the day. Losabambe kuba nguNdunankulu Themba Masuku uvakashele esiteshi semabhasi eMbabane lapho bekayobuka khona ukuthi isimo sinjani. Masuku uthi konke ukubona kuhamba kahle nemaswati yabonakala hamba ngalokuhlelekile.
Njengoba banikati betincola letetfala sive eMbabane bebetsembisile ngalesibili ukuthi timoto tabo titawube tisebenta titfala sive namuhla kungilesithathu kuvele kwabanjalo. Losabambe kuba nguNdunankulu Themba Masuku naye uyile esteshini semabhasi eMbabane wayotibonela lokhu washo nekuthi konke ukubona kuhamba kahle.
Tincola tikhona nebantu bakhona. Sicabanga ukuthi kusambela kahle emaswati atawujabula kubona kwekuthi tincola tikhona bataqhubeka bangene ebhedlela bataqhubeka bayothengisa bomake sebabona bagcwele khona la sisabuka ukuthi yini lokunye lesingakwenta sitabakhipha laba bakahulumende nangabe kusho ukuthi setibuyele letimoto kepha tabe time nje la emacenselweni nakhona lokwentekako siyabuya sisalungisa iplan yethu kepha nje kwanyalo siyabona ukuthi kuyasebenteka sisaqhubeka ke sisatawuhlola la bomangwaneni sihamba lamacenselweni sihambe sibuka ukuthi kwenteka kahle nemaswati atophatheka kahle.
Masuku beka singathwe indvuna yetemtsetfo nemtsetfosisekelo Pholile Shakhantu. Sizamile ukukhulumisana nebanikati betincola letetfala sive noko abakafisi kuvela kumabonakudze. Laba kushito ukuthi timoto tabo tiyasebenta nesive futhi siyagibela. Babongile nekuthi uhulumende ubaniketile emaphoyisa labeka gcwele lidolobha lonke nemacenselo alo acinisekisa tona tekuphepha. Emakhumbi labeka khona afake ekhatsi laya kaManzini, eNgwenya, Kupheleni, Sitwashini, eJozi, Mangwaneni kanye naseFandeni kulamanye. Nzabente Eswatini TV kubika Themnkosi Mavimbela nginaThemba Shabangu eMbabane.
Lobambe kuba nguNdunankulu Themba Masuku uthi isimo setemabhizinisi sesiyabuyela esimeni njengoba tikhona tindzawo lapho khona tincola letfutsa sive setibuyele khona emgwacweni. Masuku abekhuluma eGables ezulwini ngesikhathi ayobuka ukuthi tinhlangothi letehlukene tisebenta njani ngemuva kwekuphathamiseka ngekubabete kwetincola letitfala sive.
Nanoma isimo sekusebenta kwetinhlangothi letahlukene sisengakabuyeli esimeni lesetayelekile, lobambe kuba nguNdunankulu Themba Masuku uthi kuletha lithemba kubona letinye tinhlangothi seticalile kusebenta.
Titolo eGables ngimembi kwalesinye nje la kusembonisweni kubuka niyabona igcwele ya operator kepha uyabona lokuthi labanye abantu bebangakakhoni kahle kufika emsebentini nekuthi abato service abatothenga. So siyachubeka ke nanyalo sisabuka letinye tindzawo nasesiteki sipostile kukhona minister lokhona usitshela ukuthi irank seyiyalunga manje seyabuya emabhasi abuya emakhumbi so sitabe sin update sipostile tonke indzawo icabinet iphumile nje ikhona iyabuka nalamanye ama structures lesiwasebenzisako ekubuka titolo tuvuliwe emabhizinisi akachubeke.
Lobambe kuba nguNdunankulu uyachubeka nekhambela tindzawo letahlukene kubuka kwekuthi isimo sikanjani kusukela abachube betimotolo letetfala sive bema kusebenta ngalesibili kuleli viki. Ubika kwekuthi esifundeni sakaHhohho seticalile kusebenta letincola letetfala sive. Nzabente Eswatini TV kubika Nelson ngamandla kunambongwa Dube ezulwini.
Kubambisana nekukhulumisana kuphela lokutawuletha isombululo tetinkinga letibhekene nelive. Lawa ke ngemavi lashiwo ngilobambe kuba nguNdunankulu Themba Masuku nakephetha lihambo lwakhe edolobheni lasenhlangano lapho bekahlola khona kwekuthi sinjani simo ngemuva kwekuthi sive seswele kwekuhamba kulandzela ukuthi bachubi betincola letetfala sive bangasebenzi ngalesibili nangalesithathu kuleli viki.
Asetfula inkulumo yakhe kuleli dolobha lobambe kuba nguNdunankulu Themba Masuku ukuthatha tonke tinhlangothi kwekuthi tisathatha tincumo tisicabangele sive semaswati.
Uya kulolo cabene naye awuye siveni uyosebenta ngakhona udunge sive lolo cabene naye nabe ucabene nami wota kimi tokhuluma nami ungahambi uye kulomakelo nesisu lofuna kuyobeleka bese ugodla ibhansi noma uvele omunye athi godlana ibhansi longenabuso leningamboni nokuthi uphi inyalo ngoba lo memetelako athi godlani uphi nje nyalo asimboni asibambisane eMaswatini asibambisene kunesisho lesishoko ukuthi nakuhlangenwe siba inqaba asibe inqaba nje eMaswati sincobe konke lo kwentekako siye phambili.
Masuku uthi uhulumende utawuchubeka akhulumisane netinhlangothi letitsindzekako kucinisekisa kwekuthi simo lesinjengalesi asiphindzeki lapha eveni. Etindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Nelisiwendla ngamandla kunambongwa Dube enhlangano.
Losabambe kuba ngumvunankulu uThemba Masuku ekhuta abantu labangatiwa labesabisa sive kwekuthi bawuyekele lo mkhuba lomubi njengoba uphambene nemithetho. Masuku uthi uhulumende utakwenta tonke taba ukuthi batholakale labo labenda lokhu babhekane nemithetho.
Commander itawula libone umkhono wemthetho mutse. That guy who is sitting there calling himself commander asiyokosa. He must know what goes around comes around ngesingisi.
Hulumende welive le-United States of America sewutibophelele ukuthi utawelekelela emave ase-Afrika lokufaka ekhatsi nelive lase-Eswatini ngemali letigidzi letingama-250 temadola eMelika lekuyimali yekucinisekisa ukuthi lamave ayasekeleka ekusimiseni tinhlelo tekukhicita gesi longayinyukubeti imvelo. Le mali yekusita lamave iminyetelwe kumabhalane ehhovisini lamengameli Anthony Blinken emhlanganweni wetindvuna tembuso letibuke tindzaba temandla kanye netemcebo waphansi. Lo mhlangano ubanjelwe edolobheni leWashington DC lapho kuchubeka khona umhlangano lomkhulu we-US Africa Leaders Summit. Kulo mhlangano live leSwatini belimelelwe ngilosabambe kuba indvuna yetemcebo waphansi nemandla Jabulani Mabuza.
Hulumende welive leMelika uthi kunesidingo lesikhulu sekwesekela tinhlelo tekukhicita gesi lohlobile evekatini le-Afrika. IMelika ithi kukhicita kwagesi kusetshenziswa tindlela legcine setinyukubeta imvelo. Ngilenye indlela lebhebhetela kugucugucuka kwesimo selitulu. Le imithelela yaso lesimo seyishiye bantu labanyenti lapha eAfrika babulawa indlala ngenxa yesomiso. IMelika ithi seyivele ibeka eceleni imali yekulekelela emave ukuthi salacala kusebenzisa tindlela letinsha tekukhicita gesi letingayinyukubeti imvelo.
The United States will work closely with African countries as they determine how best to meet their specific energy needs, understanding that for many, the clean energy transition will be a transition to consistent, reliable energy in the first place. We'll do so through programs like Power Africa, which has mobilized the public and private sectors to deliver cleaner, more reliable electricity to over 165 million people in sub-Saharan Africa who previously didn't have access. We're proud to announce a new investment of $290 million in that program.
Live leSwatini kwangathi lide selilunywe indlebe kulomhlangano njengalokho selivele liphumele ebaleni kuveta ukuthi ngikuphi lapho libheke ukuthi lingazuza khona kule mali leseyiminyetelwe nguhulumende weMelika.
Ekhaya ke sesivele sisemgwaqweni wekuthi khicitela gas welanga la khona si explore kukhicita 75 megawatts sekuvele kuqaliwe ke kuyasetshenzwa na 40 megawatts we-biomass nakhona sesicalile siyasebenza siya-explora ke nenzaba yekukhicita gesi ngemoya lokunye ke lesikusebenzako indzaba yekukhicita ngemanti i-hydro la sibuke khona kukhulisa umkhicito kumaguga kuthiwa imaguga expansion la nathi into tingasivuma tisihambele kahle khona sinamkhicita 33 megawatts siyakholelwa ukuthi uma tongeke letindlela lesitendako tingathuka tiphumelela tisebenta kungalisita live kakhulu lenzaba nje concessional funding isijabulisile kuva kukhulunywa ngayo ngoba le project yakumaguga expansion i-feasibility study seyivele ikhona ikhuluma nga-1.8 billion.
Hulumende welive leMelika ngaphasi kwebuholi bamengameli Joe Biden uthi ngekubambisana nemava ase-Afrika kude simo lesingeke sesincotshwe. Umhlangano uyachubeka kanike lobukwengalabovu ngilotawufaka abaholi bemave kanye naye emengameli Joe Biden elangeni lesibili lalomhlangano. Lelapho khona silo inkosi Mswati wesithathu sitawube simelelwe ngimvunankulu Cleopas Dlamini. Kubika John Moleleke ngiseWashington DC eveni leMelika.
Kutemidlalo seyivulwe ngalokusemthethweni imidlalo yezone 6 Senior Indoor Volleyball Club Championship leyibanjelwa eveni laseZambia. Kule midlalo livela kangwane limelelwe ngulamaqembu lamabili lokuyi-correctional volleyball yabobabe kanye ne-correctional volleyball team yabomake. Esigabeni sabobabe i-correctional yabobabe ingaphansi kwe-Group A kanye nenkwazi support unit kanye ne-Green Eagles kanzi lamaqembu kubobabe angu-18. Ngaphansi kwabomake i-correctional yabomake kanye ne-support unit police 6 kanye ne-prisoners leopards kanti-ke amaqembu kubomake angu-17. Nakuhlanganiswa lo mbiko i-correctional yabobabe bevele itfolana etulu nenkwazi ya-7 laseZambia. Le midlalo kubekeke ukuthi iphele mhla ka-21 kule nyanga lesetulo. Ngaleyo ndzaba-ke ye-volleyball ngwanelo muhle siyadephetha tindzaba tetfu talamuhla ke sibahlole etimakethe nasibuya etimakethe sitachubeka nelihlelo.
Yiba nemusa simakadze emavuso Trade Center Holy Ghost Party Festival ngemhla ka-31 kuDisemba kuyabe kuyi-6 to 6 emnyango 100 emalangeni. Phuthuma siyanthola ithikithi lakho onke ama-MTN outlets noma kaMomo. Lalela engane yabakhona Dr. Rebecca Malope, Tina Zungu, Linda Dlamini, Shongweni Kuphuka, Nduduzo Mathe, Sipho Makhabane, Jumbo Maphathi Ndlovu phathwa kahle Lazwidu Mkhokheli nalabanye labanye.
Hey yo, this is DJ Cybers.
What's up guys, King J's here.
My name is Kripo Intellectual.
What's up everybody, my name is SK.
Hey guys, this is your girl Z.
This weekend Eswatini has been such an amazing show. For all the years they've always supported all the local talent and all the local shows.
Catch This Weekend Eswatini every Fridays.
It's one of the best entertainment shows Eswatini.
So guys, you know what, this is the best show to have. Like, if you watch Swazi TV and you're a person who actually enjoys watching like musical shows that have a lot of content, that have good stuff, This Weekend Eswatini is your show.
For all the good vibes, all the good energy, make sure you tune into This Weekend Eswatini every Friday from 5:30 to 6:30. I'll say it again, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m.
A 1-hour fun-filled train of entertainment. We are taking you from 5:30 all the way to 6:30 every Friday, live on Eswatini TV.
And yes, of course, we are your #1 entertainment show in the kingdom of Eswatini. You can interact with us on all social media platforms. We are at This Weekend Eswatini on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Lalela Tina, we will definitely get back to you. This is your official weekend party starter.
I don't wanna go around singing songs that people don't.
Why should we pay our TV license?
The content on our local television is actually more up to date. The industry is enhanced.
It is a criminal offense not to pay your TV license and attracts a fine of 500 emalangeni or 6 months imprisonment.
And the industry is definitely blooming, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have for you. But we'll be right back just after the break and we'll give you more of Miss V.
Pay my TV license. That's why I can enjoy the benefits of an enhanced industry and keep track with recent transformation.
Mommy, who pays for a TV license and what are they paying for?
The owners of TV set and a gadget with a tuner like DVD set have to pay.
Pay your TV license at NetBank with the details provided on screen. Or use your cell phone via the mobile money pay. You could also visit your nearest post office and pay there. Pay your TV license via Eswatini Mobile Imali. Any TV device retailer can purchase a license to trade. Pay your TV license and enhance the industry.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. It is exactly 22 minutes after 7 lomuhla ekseni ke njengoba besishilo naqala lihlelo ukuthi sita ukhuluma kabanti ngendzaba International Migrants Day, which is going to be on the 18th of December. Siyathi ke ukuthi njalo ngeminyaka mhla ti-18 ngenyanga yeNgongolo umhlaba wonke ugubha usuku lwe-International Migrants Day, which according to the United Nations is a day set aside to recognize the important contribution of migrants while highlighting the challenges they face. Now, for more on this, I am joined in studio by IOM Communications Officer, Mr. Jeremias Mendes. Akahambi ke yedva uhamba naye make Jane Simelane longuma balane esifundzeni saselibonjeni. Lotasi chazela kabani nje ukuthi why is it so important for them by region bakujabulanga kanani ukuthi lo suku lita observelwa ku region yabo. But nje before sanze kakhulu Mr. Jeremias make Simelane, thank you so much indeed for joining us on the show today. Let's start with you, Mr. Mendes. The importance, we have spoken about the challenges faced about migrants as something that is of key importance on this day and in observing this day. What are some of these challenges, and perhaps just give us an overview really of what International Migrants Day is?
Thank you so much for the invitation. It's a really great pleasure to be here. I think in a nutshell you have already touched on that. One of the main reasons why we're celebrating the day on the 18th of December is really to acknowledge the role that the migrants actually have in the development of the societies, but also to acknowledge and to keep advocating for their rights across the globe. There's this conception that every time we talk about migrants, we talk about people that come to our countries to take our jobs and all that. But I think it's also the opposite. We're talking about people that move into other countries, most of the time bringing additional knowledge and skills that actually contribute to the development of the country. And it's also important to say that when you talk about migrants, there's both sides. There's two sides to it. Migrants do contribute for the development of the countries where they are, but also through the engagement that they have in this country. For instance, if they engaged in an activity that brings some sort of a profit, in a way these migrants also ended up contributing back to the communities where they come from by sending remittances to support their families back home. So this day, it's one of those that it reminds us of the role that these migrants have in both societies where they live, but also in societies where they are from.
I just, before I go to Margaret Milane, there's a misconception, especially socially, around the term migrant. I think there's this misconception that a migrant is always illegal, people who just come into a country without any legal procedures. I want you to clearly define for us that a migrant can be legal. Yeah.
For starters, we don't call migrants illegal.
Yeah.
We think a migrant can be irregular, meaning he can travel, she can travel to a different country without appropriate travel documents. But like you also said, there are circumstances where ideally we want migrants to be moving from one country to another with the travel documents. There are a lot of reasons behind situations where we have migrants traveling across borders without appropriate travel documents. There are circumstances, for instance, where migrants are actually forced to move. It can either be by civil unrest, wars. It can even be disasters that particularly in this era that we're talking a lot about climate change. They can be forced to move from one point to another without the appropriate travel documents. But as IOM, one of the things that we've also been trying to support our member states with, Eswatini being one of those, is to ensure that we find ways to integrate even those that move into their countries irregularly, because like we said, they still bring some sort of a value into the country.
Indeed.
And we do want to make sure that they are part of the society as well.
Yeah, well articulated. Margaret Milane, you will be hosting this year's International Migrants Day esifundzeni senu. Ngabe gini nje kukhulu kangakanani lokhu, as he has just mentioned, the importance of migrants and the fact that we shouldn't really stigmatize migrants.
Can I speak in Swahili?
Yes.
Okay. Sila kuvusela umbukeli ekhaya nekubonga nje kokuthi sitholele lithuba lekokuthi sitowatisa sive ngalelanga lesitabe sinalo esifundzeni elibonjeni. Lelanga leli sitabe sinalo lapha kalomahasha inkundla. Kithi sisifundza kuyinjabulo lenkulu lokuthi sitholele lithuba lekhosta lomcimbi lonjengalona ngoba suke satisa lesive lesinaso la even lakithi la kaNgwane lokuthi esikhatsini etiningi funa sati lokuthi kunebantfu lebeta even lakithi lebangena ngalokusemthethweni nalabangena ngalokungekho emthethweni lokuthi sibati lokuthi bataba khona nekokuthi ke sebakhona even funa sifunze kuphila kanye nabo phindze futhi sifunze lokuthi uma ngabe khona tinto lebatidzingako letitobasita bakhone kutitfola kunetinto ke lokhanza ukuthi titabatincabekelwane utitawuba ngemavimbela njengokuthi umuntu uyafika even akakwati ukukhuluma Siswati ukhuluma livela kuba akwati ukukhuluma Singisi thine silivela kaNgwane sikhuluma Swati nesingisi nakafika angakhulumi letilwimi letimbili usitakala kanjani sikwati lokumsita kutfola lolusito ngoba masibuka lokuthi lengenhlanga kithi si hosta nje ngalokuthi vele sinaleti khungo tekungena leticishe tibe tinzatfu nasesibala nalavumisa ngoba thine kunalama trucks lasuka la kubo Sugar Belt angenisa labantu bete bangene even lakithi la kaNgwane bathathe shukela wakithi bamkhiphe bangenise ema-citrus bakhiphe ema-citrus baphumise shukela so labantu labangenako funa sibati lokuthi nabangena sinetindzaba letinye letiphatselene netekutalana nabangena vele titawutsindzeka leto tintfo leto ne-HIV itawutsindzeka naletinye tifo titawutsindzeka so kumqoka kithi silubombo lokuthi silugubhe lolusuku bati bantfu lokuthi kunalokhu lokwentekako esifundzeni funa ngaso sonke isikhathi baqaphele bahlale baqaphele bahlale banakile nalokuthi ke basitakale labantu lesesinabo even.
Mangas Milane has also touched on a very important aspect here. You did touch on it as well, the fact that migrants bring an invaluable addition sustainably in terms of, financially and otherwise. I also want to know, Mr. Jeremias, the stats, I looked at the stats between 2014 to today. We've lost around 50,000 migrants. Have we seen improvements since we started observing this day and we have been sensitizing communities? Are we seeing the number decrease, the number of migrants who keep losing their lives?
Losing their lives in general or for a particular reason?
I just think because I looked at it, was a very generalized phrase. It was on the UN website. It says that in 2014, since 2014, we have lost around 50,000 migrants.
Okay.
Yes. So it is very general. It's a generalization. I just want to know if we do see an improvement of not seeing migrants lose their lives.
Okay. I think I know where that quote comes from.
Yeah.
That particular figure is actually related to the number of migrants that they try to reach either Europe. We call the different routes that migrants use to either reach Europe. From the North Africa, but we also have the same situation with migrants in Latin America trying to reach the United States of America. That most of the time these migrants travel in a really inhumane conditions.
Okay.
And to give you an example, I think you have just recently, just yesterday actually, there was a boat that capsized when migrants were trying to move through the English Channel.
Yes.
So these are some of the figures that actually amount to that number. And going to your second part of the question is, do we see that number decrease? Unfortunately not. because has, different issues still drive migration. There's continuous, there's a growing number of migrants trying to leave their countries of origin to try to reach countries that they consider to have, better living conditions. So, and the fact that a lot of those countries, I would say receiving countries, because of the regulations that they are in place, it makes it even harder for migrants to use, the regular routes that will put them in a safer situation. So unfortunately, until some of those issues are actually dealt with, we will continue to see that number growing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jeremias. Thank you so much, Mage Simelane. We hope that you guys hosting this year's observance of International Migrants Day, stawubona lo mehluko, stawubona ukuthi live leSwatini liba more conducive njengoba nje sekathintile na Mr. Jeremias lana ukuthi there's certain rules in different countries lokhanza ukuthi sekakhanza sekampintsha lawo migrants. Thank you so much. Sitawubahlala emakethe. It is 33 minutes after 7. Stawubuya ke nebetinhlangano letikhona lapha eveni khona I Save the Children, ikhona ne-Amical, some of the organizations that are making sure that some of the things that Mr. Jeremias here has alluded to will be put in place to make sure at least that Eswatini is a conducive environment for migrants. Asbahlolet Magete.
Pay your TV license quickly and easily with MTN Momo. Simply dial *007 *3 hash and select option 8 for TV license. Enter your national ID number as your reference and the amount you wish to pay. Then enter your PIN to confirm your payment. Once your payment has been made, you'll receive a confirmation SMS of your payment. If you're a first-time payer, you get another SMS for your TV license. So legalize your entertainment from the comfort of your home. Pay your TV license the easy and convenient way with MTN Momo.
Everywhere you go, MTN. Are they yours?
Ungabukela ke Wash Umkhukhu every Sunday at 3 p.m.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. It is 37 minutes after 7. Saqhubeka nayo ke indzaba International Migrants Day. Letabe observer lapha kalomahasha on the 18th of December, which is going to be this Sunday. Eceleni kwami nyalo nginaye waka Save the Children, Babe Dumsani Mnisi. Am I correct? Thank you so much for Dumsani Mnisi for joining us this morning. Sinaye ke nemhlonishwa lo qhamuka khona lapha kalomahasha Babe Jeremias, but asichazela nje kabanti Mr. Dasichazela kabanti ukuthi nisa hosta kalomahasha kusho ukuthini lokho kini, but ngiyafuna kucala nga Save the Children because I understand ukuthi ninelihlelo lenalo that just focuses solely on the migrants khona lapha kalomahasha. Ngiyafuna kuva ukuthi lona licalile lo lihlelo. I believe it's been a year now. It is set for 5 years. What have you observed and what do you seek to achieve? What are objectives ngalo lihlelo lolo?
No, siyabonga. Siyasebenzela bonjeni njengoba nje sashito RS sine program lethi HIV/AIDS knows no borders. Shothi lihlelo lesilenda na IOM na Save the Children bese ke implementing partner kubanglo Amical. Kusho selibonjeni nje na ungabuka sika lo mahasha sibeka lavumisa sibe selibuleni la khona sisebenza nemimango baholi bemango la khona sikhuluma tindzaba tayo indzaba ya HIV and AIDS, tindzaba tayo nalele bantu labahamba lesithi unaccompanied noma migrants, siphinde sisensane nabantu labasha, tindzaba tabantu labasha ikakhulu tindzaba tokuthi luhlelo noma ke tinhlelo letikhuluma ngetindzaba tabo sithi ngesilungu phecelezi SRH batithola kanjani kuma local clinics abathi accessa kanjani. Ngako ke lehlelo elisibambisane na health, sibambisane nebaholi bemango, siphindze ke sacela abaholi bemango kusolala vumsa sophuma khona ngalomahasha ukuthi basibambise ukuthi basikhethile abantu labasha sibabita ngesilungu sithi phecelezi ngama-change agents. Lama-change agents abantu labasha labale emangweni labavakashele emakhaya babone ukuthi abantu labasha bathola nema-services lacondzane netindzaba tokuhlelisa imindeni netindzaba tabo HIV ne-AIDS, sibambisane nabo labelitiko letempilo. Bese-ke kufaka ekhatsi bona lesi singama-migrants okhunye ngabo lo, ngoba na ungabuka nje lo msebenzi wethu le kubo mahasha kune-border lapha sisenza ne-Mozambique. Empeleni lehlelo elisenta Eswatini, Mozambique, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Malawi, sho ukuthi maningi lamave sibambisene ngoba inkolo lisekuthini abantu labasha bahamba becema amabhoda bacema ave. Ngako-ke inhloso ukuthi nakwentekile lo muntu wecwabala kangwane phela akasubadlula nakafuna ke clinic alithole sethi nabe mhlawumbe udzinga lesi si-refill ukuthola amaphilisi akakutholile. Ngako lehlelo nje lilapho ekuthenini singasenza njani sibambisene nemave keje kakhulu sibaselibonjeni ngoba sibuka lokuthi leka lavumisa sine South Africa, leka lomahasha sine Mozambique.
Ngiyafuna lokubelieve ukuthi umhlonishwa nje njengoba kunguye vele lobuke kakhulu lapha ka lomahasha uyanibambisa kakhulu lana netindvuna ngithi nje inkhundla yonke iyanibambisa. Ngifuna kuva umhlonishwa ukuthi uma ngabe nisakhuluma nabo abantu labasha lapha kulomahasha nizama lo ukuthi nibabumbanise ukuthi bangenele nalo hlelo nali injani le reception vele.
Cha, asithathe lelithuba lekubonga umbukeli ekhaya kuthola lelithuba lekuthi nathi siyinkundla yakalomahasha sibe ingcenye yalolu hlelo. Kuphendula umbuto wakho msakade kungaba ukuthi vele eMaswati alulambele lwati ikakhulu ngetindzaba tetifo ngekwehlukana kwato. I-HIV ingulenye indzaba lehamba embili kakhulu lethinza abantu labasha. Njengoba nabahamba baya kulamanye emave kumqoka lokuthi vele akhona lokuthola lama services noma akulelinye live. Sineke sakhelene eMozambique vele bantu bakithi baya eMozambique kakhulu. So lo hlelo luyasita ke lokuthi lente lobudlelwane balamavela amabili ngekutempilo bube ngilobucinile nalokuthola lama services nangaphumele ngale ngaphandle lo muntu akhona kusitakala. Singasho umsakade ukuthi sive sakalomahasha silwemukela kakhulu lehlelo nebantu labasha vele ecishi njengoba khuluma ngama-change agents. Nathi kalomahasha sinawo lama-change agents la sebenza on the ground ufundzisa sive nekwenta nje abantu babe aware ukuthi vele HIV knows no borders.
Mr. Mnisi, njengoba uvetela ukuthi you are 1 year old nisesena 4 more years because nibuke ukuthi kutaba nge5 years lelihlelo engabe ngutiphi letinye tinhlelo nisathatha introducer nisachubeka nayo le program yena ukuthi engabe vele litawunabela yini kuletinye tifundza.
Oh, thank you. This program started in 2016. We were in the whole region. Okay. We were touching Timbisini, the whole North Part Pigs Peak. That's where we started for a program of 5 years. Now the donors were quite impressed with this program because we're working very close with the Ministry of Health, the SRH unit, and the Public Health unit. Very impressed. There was an evaluation in which suggested that there was an impact in terms of reaching out to young people, in terms of addressing issues of migrants, SRH issues, and HIV and AIDS. And so therefore the donor kindly, after the evaluation, agreed that they will continue to support us for the next 5 years. However, they wanted, because ours to facilitate, they wanted us to change. Because in an ideal situation, we should be working along all the borders. But because of the limited funding, they then suggested that we change. And from the evaluation, one of the needy areas or areas with a high incidence of migrants, it was the Bombo corridor. And hence, we then agreed that with the Ministry of Health, we will then focus on Lomahasha, Lavomisa, and part of Lubolu, because there are a lot of what we call informal crossings. And there we are mobilizing communities, we are mobilizing young people through these change agents. So for these 5 years, we will just be expanding in the Lubombo region, and hopefully with the experience of the war, hopefully if the donor is again happy with what we are doing, we'll probably move to another region with the view that once we have raised the awareness, the health facilities, the health sector will be able to assist these migrants, HIV-affected communities and young people.
Noted. Yavakala webemnisi ngiyafuna lokho ke sasigcina ukuthi mhlonishwa ingabe losuku njengoba lolu Sunday litabe lukuphi na ukuthi kumenywe bobani vele. Is everyone welcome kumenywe bobani vele?
Siyabonga msakati lusuku lukhona ngelisonto lesiya kulo lutabe lusegedeni ngalo mahasha lapho khona kucishi kungiyona ndzawo lengiyona isymbolize kuhamba kwabantu ngoba abantu baphuma egedeni. So kumcoka lokuthi vele libe lapho so that longenako chamuke eMozambique lophuma kweSwatini eMozambique eve enakhona ukuthola lama services. So ama stakeholders onke la involved kule program atawube akhona. It's unfortunate ukuthi ilanga lelisonto bantu labanengi ngalesikhathi lesi basuke basesontweni kodwa ke vele kuleli langa leliconze ngco sifuna kuzama ku maintain leli langa lelifanele kuze ukuthi we hit the message right on the head.
Sibonga kakhulu ukusijoina lamhla ehlelweni.
Siyabonga. Thank you.
We have just spoken about the International Migrants Day, which is set to be this Sunday. Galumahasha lapha elubonjeni ngumsebenzi ke lomkhulu lona njengoba nenhlangano yamhlaba United Nations igcizelela ukuthi kube lisuku lapho khona ku highlight the challenges that migrants face ukuthi nje kubukwe bumcokwa babo emhlabeni wonke jikelele. Ake sibahlolela market sibuya nabo balapha estation nomphumelelo Dlamini, who is the communications officer, utabe Ana Fabrice Msonera, who is our in-house sports journalist, but also importantly lo hosta wona Emma Fan Park experiences as Bashlolet Market.
With the change in technology, out-of-home digital media is designed to grab the attention of people who are always on the go. You can now watch your favorite show, Kusile Breakfast Show, and Tinzaba at 7 on your favorite YouTube channel.
It's simple. You can stream these shows by following these quick, easy steps. Number 1, open YouTube. Number 2, search for Eswatini TV and click on Eswatini TV. Number 3, after you had entered on Eswatini TV, look for Tinzaba or KPS. And while you edit, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell button to get notifications of our video uploads and streams. And lastly, enjoy the stream. Stay home and watch Eswatini TV. Stay safe.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store.
We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
It has just gone 49 minutes after 7 njengoba besishilo ke naqala lihlelo ukuthi sidaba nabo balapha ekhaya kaEswatini TV labasolo baqhuba wona umsebenzi wema Fan Park experiences sibonile uqala khona lapha edolobheni eMbabane lapha ePrince of Wales waya eSimunye kanze weekend eliphelile sikubonile khona kaManzini. Siyathi ukuthi ke na this weekend utawuba khona lapha eMbabane sesinaye ke Dudli Dlamini nomphumelelo Dlamini who is the communications officer for Eswatini TV lotasichazela kabanti ngale Fan Park experience yaseMbabane. Nkosi, thank you so much for joining us lamhla ekseni kunvusa ekseni siyaxolisa but nje sicela sichazele kabanti ngeFan Park experience etaba khona.
Angubingelele mnguni ngibingelele umbukeli ekhaya nalo semgwaqweni kumbe ngaphela ngiyathi lokho singatfolakala ngisho ngumahlala ekhukhwini angithathe nje leli thuba lokuthi ngivusele bonke ababukeli bethu bese nje ngingakangeni le Fan Park experience ngichaze nayo ukuthi nginompumelelo lela dudla igama lalami egwaqweni lami nawe lelo asibonge Mnguni kuba nawe ehlelweni namuhla njengoba wadi Mnguni ukuthi we've been live and in Qatar kulamalanga umvlo ngabe usibona la mgwaqweni embabane bekugwakhe thina seKatar we've been live ever since the 20th of November makuqala wona umsebenzi we FIFA World Cup. And we have been having fan parks ever since. You know, ours was to take entertainment to the people. Njengoba utokhumbula ukuthi sacala la dolobheni lembabane sase siyehla siya eSimunye sahamba ke futhi sase siya kaManzini besemanzini club last weekend. This coming Sunday, which is the 18th, lapho khona sitawuthola emaphethelo awo lomdlalo. Sitawube sikhona la Mbabane Prince of Wales. Sitawuqala nga 1 p.m. And from there, angisho nje Mnguni kokuthi we have so much that's going on. Yes, our fan parks have been exciting. We've had entertainment, we've had mega sound DJs joining us, we've had kids entertainment. We had so much going on ground, but look, we added this coming weekend gokuthi sitabe cinema social games also, as a build up towards the final game. Asihambisodwa ke Mnguni njengoba wadi besolo sihambisana naye Eswatini Tourism Authority sihambisana nabo masipala besihamba namasipala wakaManzini evekini leliphelile kuleli viki sibuyela sihamba naye masipala wedolobha lembabane sihambisana naye Eswatini Football Association bekungaba lichilo ke ukuthi besingadeka ebhola sishiye yona inhlangano lebuke noma lengamele etona tebhola even la kangwane sitawuphinza sihambisane naye Destiny Music njengoba bekasola sibambisile siphinze sibe naye Eswatini Mobile and KFC as our partners, so we'll be playing with those as well, and we'll also have other media houses join us for the social games.
Kuthembisa kuba very entertaining na nompumelelo nami sengiyafuna lokuya buka ngiphinze ngicishe ngubita ngaleli gama lethu
Ndabe ngimchelile lapha kutabe kubi kakhulu.
Yeah, ngiyathi ukuthi uhlala uhamba naye Fabrice Msonera lo the fans sesivele ukuthi vele bahlale bamjabulele kakhulu Fabrice nayi ifinal sibonile iFrance itolo iwina. What are you promising us kuna ifinal letabe between France and Argentina? Kuna fan park experience.
And I think, when you talk about 2022 Qatar World Cup, what a tournament it's been, we're only left with 2 games. When you talk about 2 games, we're talking about the finals, but prior to that there is the losers final, which is on Saturday. But that's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture is Sunday. And in my experience, 70% of people that I've managed to talk to during our fan packs, they tell you that no one has ever watched the final alone in the house. You might have your TV, you might have your online system, but you don't want to watch the final alone. So this is one way I think you can try to be with everyone. And I think, like she highlighted, Combs, that looking at the experience we had in the previous 3 edition of the fan park, then you're getting to see that Eswatini are trying to understand that this is just not about also you coming and sitting alone. It's all about coming together. Business, some of the business are sealed in this fan park. So Sunday, it's one of the biggest event, and then I think 1 or 2 things I wanted to highlight in that picture just on the screen. I don't know if you can display it again. I want to highlight that I think when it was done, we did not know who was going to play the final. Because when it was done, this picture on Monday,
really?
The 4 teams were into the semi-final. So I'm liking that the 2 players in the front.
Who's the prophet that designed this?
Is one of our graphic / producer called Tammy Mabuza.
Yeah.
And I think the 2 players we're seeing in the front, being Lionel Messi and Mbappe, are going to be the highlight of the day. And I think coming to Prince of Wales, as you can see, all of us are going to be together. And then I think she highlighted also other stakeholders. But you can see also from the back, after Modric and Ziyech are on the right, there's also the 4 DJs from Mega Sound DJs. There is also, Zulu D, there is in a white top, there is a Skita in a black top, there's also their lady DJ, and then there's also Super CDQ. Yeah, I think these are some of the best entertainment DJs that we have in the country, especially in Babane. So they'll be coming there on the day. We don't want to miss the, we've started actually looking at the weather. You've got nothing to worry about on the day. What a day it's going to be. And you know, we try that in Manzini where, you know, we're trying to also make sure that once you predict the score on time, maybe there's something you can win. We're not saying that we're giving away money.
Okay.
Let's make it clear there's no money to give. But there are those, you know, little things to trying to share with people, to show initiative that, you know, we are all together. So I'm expecting, when I'm looking at people that I've been in touch with, when I talk about people I've been in touch with it, social media or, you know, just by, you know, sharing a word of mouth out there, minus plus 600-700 in my own opinion right now. So I don't know now other people who might also come to say, you know what's happening there. Let's not also forget that it's a Sunday. People will start at church, and then maybe after church, like she highlighted, then you can have those people at 1 p.m. coming in their numbers. It's going to be one of the best. We want to end it on a high note.
Yeah, and it does look like it will end on a high note. I'm looking at the lineup there. It's jam-packed. No kuluma njengemega sound set because they are leading in entertainment. But you've touched on a very important aspect here. We would see people don't want to watch the final at home. Nangbuagele entertainment that you are offering, ngasho na ukuthi world-class entertainment lapha. Because are you offering this for free? Ngoba nangabe you're offering this for free, vele senbo Santa nina the festive season.
That's what we've been doing all along. Entry into our fan parks has always been free. Now this coming Sunday, it's free entry. All you do is just bring your camp chair and something to eat. Oh, look, go. This is why it's like and then of course Fabrice as cooler box cooler box so lamunye I can assure you we will have shelter even if weather.
Ah, perfect. Perfect. Utsinza ndizaba umlangelana ukuthi bantu abade lapha banayo imali ekuthenga iKFC. I believe KFC.
Yes.
Labatako, yeah. Asingene kumdlalo Fabrice. In fact, I want us to briefly reflect on yesterday's game. Who was the man of the match for you, and just seeing the way that Morocco played, they gave France a run for their money. The result may not reflect that, but if you did watch the game, I personally watched it. In fact, in my opinion, I feel like Morocco was the better team. I want to hear your sentiments as well around that game. Besage, we then look at the final.
Okay, so when you look at the stats, the better team is the team that won. That's what they taught us in football.
Well,
but when
course.
you look at being fair and factual, you have to say that Morocco is the better team on the day. Just to add on that, I think they broke a record of being the first ever African nation with more supporters within a World Cup stadium. They had, I think, actually over 50,000 in that 80,000 stadium. So you have to understand then Morocco, the government tried everything to ensure that everyone was there. Majority would think because it's a country where a majority of their population, they come from outside. Some of them live in Qatar. They're coming out to support them. But I'm telling you, planes left Rabat, Morocco, just to go support that team. So for me, I think they did well. First ever nation into the semi-final. They had a chance at some point to lead the game, but it showed that also France, as the defending champions, they have got some loopholes. They need to work on their defense and some of the things, but they are still a big team to watch. So you can't miss this on Sunday. It's going to be a beautiful stuff. And for me, I think, it's one of the stage is set for the two biggest players currently in the world, the two number 10s, being Mbappe and Messi. And we want to watch them. I know there will be negotiations at Prince of Wales. Hey, who do you think is the number one? What do you think? So people will have that. And then I think the question you just asked would say, why are we offering this for free? You will never have this for free.
Ever.
Wherever you can go.
Ever.
Because mega sound DJs, wherever you go, when you book them somewhere, you have to pay them. So it's going to be one of the beautiful event in the football and in the entertainment history in the country. Big up to Eswatini TV.
Thank you so much. Well, Nompumelelo Dlamini, Fabrice Msonera, always a pleasure having you guys come here and just jelang my fan park experiences, which, by the way, are being offered to you, Maswat Lamahle, for free, by Prince of Wales this coming Sunday. But just Fabrice just touched on a very interesting part that I just want to reiterate on. Sikakaphumi ehlelweni Morocco, let's nje licaphulo elikhulu vekatini lase Africa, going there and supporting in Morocco, 50,000 fans on an 80,000 capacity stadium. Kanti kunebantu abavaleleke esikhumulweni setindiza 2,100 wema fans la ngakhona ifika khona le bese kavele afikile la tfolakala ukuthi emathikiti bebathembise wona akafiki kubo indlela kufuna siyishayele tandla lena but ke asihambe ke ngelisonto siye khona ePrince of Wales ku Fan Park Experience bonke kakhulu ukusijoyina lamhla elihlelweni ayibona nekusasa nisale kahle.